What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday. How's your honeydew list looking? Honeydouche. Sound like I said honeydouche. Oh my God. This one's starting off like a fucking banger, isn't it? All right. So yesterday we ranked the running backs 1 through 5, 5 through 1, whatever. Today we're talking receivers. We got a lot of dudes. We got 11 of them to go through. So we're going to go a little quickly here. We're going 11 to 1, bottom to the top. We're talking receivers. Don't forget, jump in the TBC friends community. Get all of your members only shit. Get a free t-shirt, if nothing else, for Christ's sake. Free t-shirt from the buckeyecast.com. Tons of good content in there. Good shirts, hats, outro. Yeah, get a hat, whatever. Doesn't matter. Shirts, hats. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. I'm Joe from the Buckeye Cast. Don't forget, Sunday night, YouTube Live, 8 p.m. Eastern. We hit you twice on Sundays. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't forget about that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you got your rush hour at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And Sunday, you got your YouTube Live. So I don't know if I could make more shows. She's probably should make some money. Wife's probably saying. Anyways, oh, she hates it. By the way, she hates it when I wear this shirt, Ohio Against the World, out in public. I don't know why. She says people like stare at me. I don't know. Fuck them. I don't care. She doesn't understand. Anyways, here we go. We're ranking the wide receivers, the best and the deepest wide receiver room in the country. You got true freshman Carnell Tate. He passed some second-year wide receivers and showed them the door. Five-star Brandon Innes came in back in May, or it is May, whatever. So will Hartline run a deeper rotation this year? That's a big question, but according to these rankings, I think he will. Here we go. Number 11, I got Bryson Rogers, true freshman, 6'2", 175, class of 23, obviously, 4-star. Number 43 wide receiver. He's my last guy. All right. So next up, number 10, Keon Gray's redshirt freshman, 6 feet, 185 pounds, class of 22, 4-star, number 8 wide receiver in the country. I haven't seen much of either of these first two guys, so it's hard to rank them anywhere but the bottom. Kojo Antwi, my number 9, sophomore, 5'11", 192, class of 22, 4-star, number 19 wide receiver in his class. Again, have not seen a lot of him. At least he's gotten some snaps in real games. So that puts him above the last two guys, but still not a lot of production. So let's see what happens. Number 8, true freshman Noah Rogers. So Noah Rogers, I go number 8, 6'2", 195, class of 23, obviously 4-star, number 8 wide receiver in his class. I bumped him above everybody else because I actually saw him in practice doing stuff. So in spring ball. So at least he's getting reps, meaningful reps with the 1s and 2s, or not the 1s, the 2s. So that's why I got him at 8. Number 7, Brandon Innes, the freshman, just arrived on campus. 6 foot, 190 pounds, the 4-star, number 5 receiver in the country in the 24/7 rankings. I put him at 7 because I think he's going to come in, put his head down, go to work, similar to Carnell Tate, and he's going to grind his face off, work his ass off over the summer, learn the playbook. He's had the playbook, so he's was learning the offense before he arrived on campus in May. Now it's all about working, grinding. Also, he's got to crack. That too deep. It's going to be hard to do, but he has a shot in fall camp, I believe, to get some reps. And what does he do with those reps? That's the question. So that brings us to number 6, Carnell Tate, the other true freshman, 6'2", 180. Number 5, he's the 5-star, number 3 receiver in the country, according to the rankings. So I think he is in your too deep. He might be the sixth man in your 2 deep, but he has to be. He jumped a ton of dudes in spring camp, and he's worked so hard. He's been A+ on and off the field. You cannot find a bad thing said about this guy. It's just about continuing to work and that grind and the consistency. You hear the coaches say it all the time. We heard it all day long with the coach interviews during spring. Consistency with all these guys. So especially the young guys. So if Carnell can do that, he's definitely in your 6-man rotation. Number 5, I got Jaden Ballard. 3rd year in the program. He's a redshirt sophomore, 6'2", 196 pounds. He's in that class of 2021, a 4-star. He was a number 4 overall receiver. I'm not sure that ranking is accurate for a guy that takes 3 years to get onto the field. But anyways, it's year 3, time to go. It is time to produce. Now it's hard getting on the field. I get it. I'm not saying it's an easy path. But you had Emeka and Julian out, and Ballard took full advantage of those extra reps he got in spring. But on his career, 9 catches, 159 yards and a touchdown. That's it. So we got to see more Jaden Ballard. So he's worked in spring to improve his hands on deep balls, the short routes, contested catches, his footwork, everything. He's improved in all categories. So that's key, and that's coming from Brian Hartline. So I would say he's probably every receiver's worst critic. So can he steal some reps from Julian Fleming is the question, and then maintain that consistency again. So let's see what we can get out of Jaden Ballard this year. Number 4, I got Xavier Johnson, the X-Man, redshirt senior, 6'2", 215. He carries it well. He doesn't look like he's 215, right? Class of 2018. Sorry, had to wet my whistle there. Was a 3-star, number 197 wide receiver coming out of high school. But Brian Hartline believes that X-Man is an NFL prospect. He didn't say first rounder now, but he believes he can play in the NFL. So Xavier began his career at Ohio State as a walk-on. We know that. Last year had almost 300 total yards, 3 TDs on just 25 touches on offense. That's production, man. Playmaker, we know it. He's the playmaker at receiver, running back, doesn't matter. He's got such a versatile skill set. It translates even into special teams with his experience there. So Xavier is my number 4. Julian Fleming is my number 3, the senior. Don't forget that. He was a class of 2020 guy, 4th year in the program, 6'2", 205, was a number 1 wide receiver in that 2020 class. Brian Hartline says that Fleming belongs in the first round conversation. Okay. He has the size and great speed. He caught 6 touchdown passes in a 5-game stretch last year, but he has to stay healthy to prove he can compete, be a complete wideout. He's got to stay healthy this year. He's got to do it. We'll see if he'll come back in 2024, but for now, he's got to expand his route tree, be more consistent, and he definitely needs to watch out behind him. He should be looking over his shoulder because there's some talent behind him. We just ran through it. So good luck to Julian. Stay healthy, and I think things will work out for you. Next up, my number 2 is everybody's number 2, Emeka Egbuka, the junior, 6'1", 205, class of 21. Don't forget, that was back-to-back. We had the number 1 receiver in the country, 2020 with Fleming, 2021 with Emeka. Only Marvin Harrison had more receiving yards and receiving touchdowns last year than Emeka at the Power 5 level. His ability to get open, catch the ball, and make plays after the catch in the open field are his strengths. He can play outside or inside at the slot, doesn't matter. And he also adds value in the punt and kick return game. So let's possibly look for him there. Let's see. Last guy should need no introduction. should be no surprise, Marvin Harrison Jr., the junior, 6'4", 205, class of 21, laughable. He was a 4-star and the number 21 wide receiver in his class. Again, jokes, 24/7 Sports bringing them. He led all FBS wide receivers against single coverage last year with 878 receiving yards and 14 touchdowns against single coverage. Wow. Might want to double up on him. Can he be the first wide receiver to be a number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft next year? Hasn't been one since 1996. Can he be the next? That was Keyshawn Johnson. Throw me the damn ball. So that's my list. So there's a clear 2 deep coming out of spring. Just to finish up here real quick. Your starters are Marvin, Emeka, Julian, right? Then your backups, I've got Carnell Tate, Xavier Johnson, and Jaden Ballard. Now, how does Brian Hartline handle these guys and the young guys coming up? You know, do they crack the lineup in meaningful snaps, not just garbage time? That's the question for me. So hit me up in the chat, in the comments, and let me know what your 1 through 11 are if you like, or just give me your top 6, top 9, whatever. Anyways, join the TBC Friends community and we'll look for you there. All right. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.